Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's Bill DiOrio reporting from an undisclosed location in North Boulder. It is Sunday, October 27th, and I wanted to give you an update on the campaign, a couple things here in the last week. First, yes, after talking with folks at the executive committee last week about this court case and giving it some more thought, I've come to a conclusion that trying to pursue this court case during the last week of the campaign is crazy, and it won't work. It could lead to something worse than we have, although what we have right now is not that good. But anyway, so I did file a motion to withdraw the complaint, and I think the county attorney has agreed he won't complain about it, obviously. And the only thing that I had asked for in my motion was that the court order that Molly meet with me and other interested parties, I guess, after the election to try to figure out a way to improve the camera security. I don't think they don't want to do that because that would require a finding that the cameras are inadequate right now, which is what I'm trying to argue to begin with. And so I don't think they'll do that. In the unlikely event that they do, I'm prepared to go present at a hearing. But I'm anticipating that there's nothing else will happen on the legal front with the ballot boxes before the election. But remember, everyone, this is a political situation. We don't have to, primarily, we don't want to have to resolve this in the courts. We want to resolve it politically. So if having looked at the evidence and the reports I put up on my website, on my YouTube channel, you agree that these ballot boxes are not adequate, then go ahead and write to the Secretary of State, write to Molly Fitzpatrick, and tell her that you don't think they are, and that you think that the election should not be certified until she makes some improvements. Now, so here is the motion to withdraw. And notice I say I stand by all. I stand by all of the allegations of the report and complaint, and urge the county clerk to take action to remedy what is clearly a major vulnerability in our election system. But I just recognize there's simply insufficient time between now and the election to allow the matter to be resolved in a reasonable manner. And so that is true. I believe that. And then down here, I did ask, towards this end, I would ask the court to order the county clerk to meet with me after the election to discuss how to resolve the surveillance problem. That's something I don't think they're going to do. So, but that's the way it goes. Now, the other thing is, in March of this year, Tara Menza, the chairperson of the Boulder Republican Party, BCR, she filed a complaint with the Secretary of State, formally asking the Secretary of State to take action to improve this situation. And as you can imagine, Jenna Griswold was not very enthusiastic about that. And she basically said, in fact, it all boils down to this one statement right here, that the Secretary of State believes that we are incorrect in arguing that the video surveillance must be capable of detecting and prosecuting criminal activity. So what the Secretary of State is arguing is that the video security surveillance system that's installed at these boxes is not intended to detect or provide evidence of a violation of election laws. She gives some examples about, it's there to verify that the ballots have been collected properly and that the ballot box has been sealed properly. And which to me, yeah, that's good. Those are valid uses for video surveillance. But I think most rational people would agree that the main reason for this surveillance is to detect violations of election law, or to detect real vandalism of the boxes, like I mentioned before. Somebody driving up and pouring water or soapy water or something into the boxes that destroy the votes. I mean, you can have hundreds of votes destroyed like that, and it'd be virtually impossible to detect who did it in some of these boxes. And then the other thing that the clerk has relied on is that the improvements that have been made, that her office has updated their camera equipment and lighting and locations since the 2022 elections. And in my latest complaint, I agree with, they have made some changes, but they're simply not adequate. So again, I'm not going to spend the last week of the campaign preparing for a hearing before a judge that's liable to be not sympathetic to our case. And so we're going to set it aside. I'm urging everyone who is interested in this to contact Molly Fitzpatrick at the county clerk's office in writing, and to write a letter to Jenna Griswold, Secretary of State, in support of our contention that these ballot boxes are inadequate, and challenging her on her contention that the boxes are not required, that the camera system is not required to collect evidence of violations of the election law. So let me just put in one other thing that has changed since 2022, and that is that this is the Colorado Code, the election code, Title I of the Colorado revised statutes is the elections. And since 2022, they added this paragraph in section 17513.5, subparagraph 2. The legislature has added this requirement that the designated election official shall keep all components of the voting system under video security surveillance recording, which to me increases the level of seriousness of the video recording requirements. It's much more formal now. It's not simply a matter of a rule. It's a matter of the legislature, of an actual statute, and they refer to it as a video security surveillance recording, which is, they're not saying put a camera out there. They're saying install a video security surveillance system, which clearly is more than simply have a camera that's pointed in the direction of the box. So enough said on that. Okay, so I just wanted to give you a couple more shots of this drop box, so you can, just to wrap this up. This is a picture from Denver of a camera that we think is a huge improvement over what we have in Boulder County. The camera is mounted in front of the box, so notice you can actually see the slot. You can see the person's hands. You can see what he in this case is putting into the box, and the camera is low enough and close enough to the box that you can see the person's face, even though you have a hoodie on because it's raining. You have a much better view of this scene, and I don't know what hopefully this has a light on it, so at night you would have something similar. And this is what we have right now in Boulder, the clerk and recorder's office. This is a scene of a car dropping off at night, and you can't really see anything except the shadow of the car in a shadow. You see the boxes here behind the car, and you really can't tell what is going on in this scene at all, except there's a car there. And here's another picture again at the clerk's office during the day. It's an SUV at the box. You can see the box pretty well there. We can see the corner of it, but again, you cannot see what the person is doing, what they're putting into the box. You can't see the slot. So that's what we're shooting at. This is a good example of this is what we would like to see more of in Boulder County. And the current system can't do this because the cameras are all mounted on buildings far away from the boxes, and they just simply are at the wrong angles, and they just cannot give this level of information, which and we think that this is what the clerk should agree to install and to make these boxes all at least this good. So that's all I have to say on the ballot boxes for now. So thanks a lot.